Breaking right now, and this one is also devastating. 40 or more people is the count who have been killed and at least 100 injured after a shooting when gunmen burst into a concert hall on the edge of Moscow this evening, according to Russian security service. Correspondent Alex Hogan reporting on this live from London for us. Hi, Alex. What do you know?
Hi,
what can you tell us?
Martha. We're just getting more details coming in about this, but a terrifying scene for people who were at a concert. This was a concert hall in Moscow, just in the surrounding area, when people who were watching the band Picnic suddenly heard the sound of gunfire. People started screaming, running, creating this mass exodus as people tried to escape. And as we look at sites just like this, some of these horrible scenes of mass panic, that is likely what could have caused some of the other injuries. We know as many as 100 people have been wounded after about 5 gunmen who were dressed in camouflage came in to that concert hall and started opening fire. We know as many as 70 ambulances responded to the scene as flames broke out from the building. Again, this mass panic at a time where there's still not a lot of details as to exactly who these gunmen are, but we have heard from the mayor of Moscow saying that this has been a terrible tragedy, as right now, with all of this still unfolding, with the amount of victims that are likely being hospitalized, we'll have to wait and find more information on their conditions and what exactly they suffered. But 40 people have been confirmed dead, whether those were all victims who were gunshot victims or people who could have been trampled in this mass exodus of people trying to run and escape for their lives. There's also been a lot of concern in recent days that there could be some kind of attack. This is some footage we can show you from the scene. Again, the flames pouring out from that building with the sea of emergency responders, ambulances, police on the scene trying to not only contain the fire, but to be able to respond and give aid to those who were simply watching a concert tonight when all of this played out. But we'd heard from the U.S. Embassy in recent days warning that there could be some kind of extremist attack in Moscow. So this is all heightened alarm after what has been an extremely busy week in Russia, with Russian President Vladimir Putin winning this 5th term, meaning a 6th year, another 6 years in office. But this is some of the footage that we can see from inside that concert hall. Terrifying moments as people were trying to escape, and now this live stream that we can see there from the scene with the sea of ambulances, police officers, crowds waiting outside as we see the flames and the smoke pouring out of this building. So a terrifying development on top of what you've been covering, Martha, such sad news here in the UK, more escalation overseas as we continue to watch these really horrifying live pictures. And anyone at home can likely imagine just how terrifying that would be to be out at a concert with your loved ones and your friends, to hear gunfire go off and to have 5 people dressed in camouflage with these weapons. Just, Martha, a terrifying day.
Alex, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.